It's game time.
Huh.
Oh, sorry, Matt. I'm sick.
I know what to do. I've created this pill that allows me to shrink down so that I can cure you from the inside.
Matt,
No, there's no time.
This game was free on Steam. Never one to pass up a free game. I took a chance. And boy, am I happy I did. Princess Remedy in a World of Hurt is a bullet hell shooter of sorts that was created nearly 6 years ago for a Games Against Ebola game jam. For those of you that don't know, like me before I did the research for the video, game jams are events where creators come together to finish a game in a certain amount of time. This game in particular was created in only 4 days. Now, that may set off a few red flags to some, but the only thing that might be considered quote-unquote off is its hour-long runtime. Not really a problem for me, but for some of you out there that want games that are minimum 10 hours, well, this definitely isn't the game for you. Also, the game was made by Ludosity, the company behind It'll Do. I'm not familiar with the game personally, but I've heard some pretty good things about it. This wasn't their first game, so that might put some of you at ease. I wasn't aware of this going in though, so it really didn't factor into my initial thoughts on the game. Reading the story summary directly off its Steam page, and I'm going to do a voice, so prepare for a voice. Remedy, a recent graduate from the Saturnian Healing School, must descend to Hurtland and use her powers to heal everyone from stray ducks to dark lords, and finally cure the ailing Prince Hingst. It's a short, whimsical adventure with plenty of hearts. And yeah, that checks out. Now, you might be thinking, how are the bullet hell aspects of it thrown in? Well, okay, so think of it like the movie A Fantastic Voyage, or Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. Oh god, I'm really aging myself, aren't I? Ugh, I'm not old. I'm old. Basically, you get shrunk down, and you fight the illnesses head to head. At first, the game was really easy, but this is a ruse. As the game goes on, the difficulty really spikes up. And that's what I love about it the most. This is the final boss. Look at this monstrosity. This is crazy. But I'm getting a bit ahead of myself. Now would be a good time to mention, if playing this on a keyboard intimidates you, like it would me, I was actually able to play this with an Xbox 360 controller, specifically a wired one, which means that yes, this has full controller support. While we're here, you can see that there's hearts, power, multi, regen, and flasks. Hearts allow you to get to different areas in the overworld. When looking at everything else on the menu, you can actually increase these by finding different chests in different areas. In certain cases, you can increase your range or your strength, but when it comes to flasks, it's actually a really funny story. I did not use flasks for most of the game. I did not know that you could push a button to throw these flasks, and when doing so, you can actually clear out enemies relatively well. Once I realized I could, that definitely made the game a bit easier. Not a walk in the park, but definitely a lot easier than what I was doing before. Side note, they weren't lying when they said you could heal ducks. And that's also something that I really enjoy about this game. It doesn't take itself too seriously. You get to go into space for Neil's sakes. Now, when it comes to healing people, you can beat the game without healing every single person in the village, but if you want a challenge, there are more than enough villagers in each town to ramp up the difficulty. And, if you're like me, then you want to do it because you want to feel like you're doing some good. The comedy definitely wasn't a deterrent for me, but obviously everyone's tastes may vary. I enjoyed all of the quips, but yes, they are not for everyone. Also, while every area may appear to be cut and dry, there's more than meets the eye. And there's even a fun little cameo for those who are fans of other series under Ludosity's belt. So when it comes to the art style, it really was a double-edged sword. So on one edge of the sword, I really enjoyed the art style a lot. But on the other edge of the sword, it really was hard for me, at least initially, to try to kind of get my bearings and navigate and see what the heck was going on around me. Yes, I knew what I should be doing from different NPCs and etc., but I didn't know where I should be going. Just because of how the art style was done. And also, as the game ramps up in difficulty, which again is a good thing, it is kind of hard to kind of keep track of everything that's going on screen. Another interesting thing I want to talk about are these warp zones. You can unlock more warp zones by finding different keys throughout different areas. Now, these warp zones normally would be a huge quality of life improvement. You can actually use them to go to other parts of the overworld very fast. But in a game that A, is about an hour long, and B, also has a sprint function, the warp zones aren't really doing too much. You can get extra hearts in the warp zone area, so I will admit that's a plus, but in general they don't really do much for the game. All in all, this is a fun little romp, and I would definitely recommend it for those looking for some downtime in between long gaming sessions. I give this game 4 out of 5 stinkies.
Did it work?
Yes, but you could literally have used that screwdriver right over there. It's just sitting there. Also, you didn't even plug me in. What did you think was going to happen?
Super Nintendo?
Yes, Matt?
Am I stupid?